Yes. Let's see what's in green. My god, blue skies also. Holy crap. Oh, hi, Edward. Hi, hi. Just a second. There we go. She lives in peace. Shit, I can't see the chat. Give me a second. Not completely. Now I can. Hi, first here. Hi, hi. Okay, I think it's all good now. Oh, so far so good. Can't complain. I feel good. Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome to this trailer. Hope you are doing well. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to the YouTube side and the Twitch side, and I guess eventually the Kick side when people join in from there. Hope you all are doing well. It's a neat looking world, isn't it? I actually took the picture for the world itself, for the stream itself here, and then I was like, I didn't actually explore the world yet. I literally just took the picture, and I was like, I'll explore it on the stream or something. But I think it's just this primarily. You know, which is fine. I like replied like 3 times already. But I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Ah, wait. I think the music stopped. Maybe it was the order. There's just a little loop. We are in the world called Hi Boogie Hi Hi. I can swim up for the I am in the world called Where the Aurora Drowned. Hi Boogie Hi Hi. Again. The other side of Boogie. Ta-da! Where the Aurora Drowned. That's the name. By Chapeau. Name of the person. Welcome, welcome. Hope y'all are doing well. Figured out sorry. It is a pretty world, isn't it? Oh, hey. Jesus. Blah, blah. Sorry about that. It'll probably just be, oh, let me do a thing. And notice. Okay, smooth it out the camera. It'll be a bit less aggressive as I move. If I hold it. Or less jerky, since it'll be smoothed out. Probably just be, chatting, hopping around a few worlds. Let me take a few pictures here and there. Why do we explore? Look at that. Oh my god. Today to make up for it, sleep was not good. But it'll do. It'll do. It'll do. Ba-da-da-da. Let's check. Let's explore. See what's. Oh, let me check something. Did I board that? Oh, yeah. No wonder this seemed weird. Okay. Some people's. Oh, hold up. Give me a second. Oh, something is wrong. Sorry, don't mind me. I just in the legs. Something off. On the legs, and I don't know what. Anyway. Hello. Oh, oh. Top of the world. Okay. Can we climb and potentially break the world? Let's find out. Let's find out. Hi, Renee. Is that physical? Oh, this is not physical. This, why? That one was. These are not. This one, oh. A few were not. This one is again. Alright. I got a feeling I'm just gonna go through all the walls or something over there. Check it out. Okay, we go through. Oh, that's disappointing. Do we go through? We do not go through. Samurai, hi. Thank you for the evil shoutouts of Doomy Doom. These are nice words. The water is, whoa. The water has, like, you know, water distortion, which is neat. I like that. Did you like the song? Leave them in. No, he tries to break them up. Yes. It's what I do. It's what I do. I did like the song, yeah. The song was good. It is a nice map. I do wonder, indeed, how much can I break it? Because I see a little nook and cranny over there. Can I get to it? It's okay, don't worry about it. So would you say water is indeed wet? Yes. Water is wet. Blop, blop, blop. I see a path. The thing is this an actual path, or is this, like... Can you see anything? I don't know if I can see anything. Let's go in that door. Can we go through this wall? We cannot. I don't think there's anything. I'm like peeking through the wall and I don't see anything. Is Mini-Me waterproof? Yep, she seems to be doing alright. Underwater. I was trying to see. This is very hard to see. I think we're just slowly going into the world where we're not supposed to go in. Yeah, we're definitely out of bounds at this point. Are we? Oh no, we kind of like went around. Okay, we're a little in. We're back in. Okay. The goddamn water. Yes. Hi, Gustin. Hi. We just kind of circled around this thing, and boom, but I see a potential. Bloop, 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 bloop. Is this physical? Please tell me it is. Yes. I don't think it's gonna do much. Is this a physical object? Is this one physical? This one should be physical. Yes. Can I climb it? I can. Nope. Physics glitch out. Alright. That's unfortunate. That is kind of unfortunate. The collision is kind of weird, though. Is this the onset episode? No. It's just like... Let me show you. Because I went way out of bounds already. Like, way out of bounds. This should be this here. Hi, Nadaku, hi. See, this is like a little abandoned beach-like thing. See? This is. This ain't though. Isn't it? And can I, like, stand up? Why is this? Why do I go through that? I don't know. See, we can't be here. And here we are. We see this thing. It's neat. I was trying to break it, you know. I mean, I know how to break it. You want to see me break the world? Let me break the world. I was trying to, like, break it normally, right? But if I do this probably works. Come on. I'm going up. See? We're starting to see things that we're not supposed to see. Pretty sure half of that is not physical as it is, right now. Rest of the Sony presentation. Camry was pretty great. Yep. Camry was really nice. Stuntman being back with just things is pretty cool. Looks wet when I do that. Yes, it's because I'm going up, so it's slowing down. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Camry, you know. From Ikumi Nakamura. Really looking forward to that one. By your Unseen team, which is, that's the name of the studio, is called Unseen. Couldn't care less about pretty much anything else. just saying, you know. Just saying, I couldn't care less about pretty much anything else in that presentation. Yes, you may have seen my rant. What is that? Is that water? Is that the limit of the water, or I think I have some very specific ideas about where gaming is going wrong. Maybe I should do a video about it, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to do it. Depends. The perspective of a tomboy. I don't know. Would that be anything some people would like to see? I think gaming nowadays is kind of shit. Oh, this is physical. There you go. Okay. Okay, this part is physical. We're actually... It has nice dynamic shadows. It's pretty cool. I don't know how many would like to see that. Give me a second. What is wrong with the arms here? The game industry has lost... Yes, they definitely have lost the sauce. As someone who is in some way connected with gaming a lot, I've done my fair share of few thingies. I think they just... Something's off, you know. Something's, like, very off. And okay, the arms are good now. Sorry, I have something that lets me adjust the size of limbs. I do that in case I need to adjust something because of tracking. Fixed now. I think in general something's wrong. It's because new, younger peeps are in charge of the cost cutting, and they all seem to have an agenda. AJ will save gaming sounds about right at this point. I think it's not just the agenda, actually. There's like... So let me tell you something that, It's not like that for the past decade. It's just, I think it just got worse progressively, right? Because I'm sure you all know about DSP, right? DSP is a ex-journalist, and he's known for being excessively shit at games, right? Like, excessively shit is an understatement. Like, he makes a living out of being bad at games. This is the proverbial boiling point. Yep, that's true. And apparently, from internal leaks from Sony, focus testing, and so on, they're using DSP as an example of who to make games for when designing their difficulty. That's why lately, like maybe in the last like 6 or so years, especially in Sony, but in general, like what Wagon said about almost a decade is right. Yeah, DSP. Boy, do I got some stories to tell you. He's usually known as Phil. It's a special situation. And it's why you all know when I was playing Horizon Forbidden West, right? That things felt off for me. And at one point, I'm just walking around, traveling, and suddenly Aloy just throws out something. Is that a secret passage? And I kind of just stop. And I'm like, what? And I start looking around, and indeed there was a secret passage that I missed, but the character said where it was. And now, where you do the yellow paint, I guess that on the kick side, and they do the whole yellow paint crap, and so on, and all the indicators, where I was like fighting a fucking boss, too much hand holding, yes. There was this one boss, again, in Horizon Forbidden West. I was fighting the boss, mid-fucking boss fight, when I was already doing damage and figured out the mechanics. She's like, maybe that's the weak spot! The thing on its back! And I'm like, really? You don't fucking say. What have I been hitting all this time? Okay? Makes fun of yellow paint in the dungeon. Love that. Boop. It's just fucking asinine. Disrespectful. Okay? You can tell that I probably had so much boiled down after watching that state of play, where pretty much every Sony game, out of the 10 to 20 minutes of fucking gameplay they were showing, it was all autoplay? God of War Lofe, the fucking 20 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay, 15 minutes were cutscenes. 15 minutes were cutscenes or auto-played sections. 5 minutes of actual fucking gameplay. What the fuck was that? This was stuck inside me. It feels nice to actually talk about it. Holy shit. Wolverine. 10 minutes. Uninterrupted. Gameplay. Yeah, sure. 2 minutes of those 10 minutes were actual gameplay. What the fuck was that? PS5 keeps offering its AI helper BS when I play single player. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, it's AI gaming. Yeah, that's that. I see, hi, welcome, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the rants of this gruntled tomboy. is in a nutshell. You know, that was like the presentation was pissing me off. The entire presentation was pissing me the fuck off. The more I saw it. This music is indeed perfect. And at the end of the world, in a glitched area. That's indeed perfect, actually. That's actually perfect. I was like, eh. Fortunately, mid-presentation, they throw in Camry, which reminded me that gaming still has a chance. You know? Yeah, yeah, that's... It is like... You know, the only actual games in there, okay, the only actual games, were you not impressed with? I was impressed with how disjointed it was. Like, besides, we're only seeing after 5 minutes of gameplay, because everything else was either autoplay, go from point A to B slowly, okay, very slowly for no apparent reason, and the art style being just disjointed. That was disjointed. Like, everything looks fantasy, and you know, with a certain realistic flair, which is fine. I don't mind if there's a realistic flair to fantasy. It's not made for him, so I didn't. In this case, it's actually different. In this case, he actually gave a very valid point that I do agree with, but I agree with it in terms of a lot of games in general nowadays, a lot of AAA, which is he doesn't. One thing he said was he did say he thought the game was gonna sell, but was it gonna sell enough? Which is an important thing. Are games gonna sell, or are they gonna sell to be profitable? And he's right. Let's look at Spider-Man 2. Okay, Spider-Man 2. It doesn't matter if you like the game or not. Okay, it's like the point is not if the game is good or not, or if you like things, or who is it for. The big point is to be profitable, to break even. Not even to be profitable, to break even, to pay off what was spent in the game. Spider-Man 2 had to sell. Was it 7 million copies or 8 million copies? Something like that. It was either 7 or 8 million, which at this point it's a minor difference, considering the ginormous numbers they needed. Why? Because the game had a fucking ballooning budget of 800 million to make! How do you get to this fucking point? Okay? How do you get there? How does this happen? How do you have a game? How do you have a game? Like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I could on high. You know, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It sold pretty goddamn well, okay? It sold well. It sold like 5 million copies or something? Do you know what Square considers the game? It considers the game as underperforming. In what fucking universe? In what fucking universe is a game that sold 5 million fucking copies underperforming? How does that work? What is this? Do you know why? Budget. The game needed to sell about 6 million copies to be considered profitable. It sold less, it was underperforming. It was just 1 million less. Just 1 million less. What is this bullshit? Okay? What is this bullshit? How does this happen? How do you reach the point where a game selling 4 million copies is underperforming. How does that happen? How do we get here? How do we get to this, like, stinking pile of excrement that is current gaming? I'm sorry. How did we get here? It just baffles me. You have no idea. I'm just fucking baffled by everything nowadays. Wow, this is being a rant. What the fuck? Hi! Welcome to the stream! Welcome to the stream. Hope y'all are doing well. Hi. How did we get here? Yeah. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? I really should make a video about this or something. I'll just clip this. Hi, Raven. Hi. You missed me ranting for a while. Ranted out, girl. Yes. It's just so fucking baffling to me, you know? And then it's like, I am disgruntled, I guess. I might be disgruntled. You too, hi! Thank you for the raid, hi! I'm sure about that. You read or you read! You understand how these companies make a game not for their usual audience and expect it to do well. I mean, there. Oh god, what's gonna happen? Thank you, Dragon. Thank you. Hi, Kawashni. Hi. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to stream on hi. Y'all arrive with your raids right when I'm ranting about gaming. That's great. Idle Showdown, free both. Hi, hope you'll have fun. Hope the stream went well. Yeah. How was it? It's a fun game, isn't it? I like it. I think it's fun. Hope you have fun. What are you doing, Sam? Oh, okay. Sound is back. I'm sorry. Let me do a thing. I think I know what's happening. Okay. Hopefully that fixes the sound coming off. Hi! Fluffy tail. Yes, there is fluffy tail. Yeah. Fluffy ears thing. It's a raccoon thing. It's a raccoon thing. Upper students have back off the stream. I apologize ahead of time because I was ranting about gaming and stuff, and the sorry state everything is in of them all. Thank you, glad you like it. Thank you. How's Kathy today? Kathy today is yes. Kathy was there ever a game where you grind your characters until they're OP just before the final boss? I did that so many times. So many times. Thank you for the follow, Claire. Like the stream. I did that so many times, you know. Those older games. Sometimes it was even just natural grinding. Good yes or bad yes? Wait, what? I don't know. Good? Yes? Yeah? I think. Mine don't God. I mean, Warframe, my characters are overpowered for all the bosses. See, there we go. See? This is the thing. I think there's a thing that at times, game devs nowadays are missing the point of gaming, right? It's a fantasy. It's a power fantasy kind of thing, right? You play gaming to have fun, and even in Souls games, which are notoriously, like, harder games, or considered to be harder games. I don't think they're hard, but that's me. Even people that play those games like to, like, overpower themselves. Thank you for the follow, Ashley. Thank you. Sorry to raid and run. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the raid. It's okay, it's okay. Thank you for being here. Bye bye. I was like, people like to overpower themselves. Like, when I played Destiny 2 extensively, one thing I did was I essentially was boosting myself to be overpowered. I could go into a room, doesn't matter the enemy, and I could clear shit. That's because I built my character that way. I could go in, I could go, for example, in Destiny 1, and do something called the Challenge of Elders, which was probably the hardest difficulty you could do as a team. As a team of 3, and I'd solo it. From start to fucking finish. Solo. Challenge of Elders. With my character. Because I built it in a way that I could. Nerd, you're damn fucking right. These are all saying it. Yeah, that's for later. I don't. Unless it's gaming, there's no IRL talk here. Yes, it's cool to come up with things, right? Even in, Helldivers, for example, it was cool to find out what weapons work with what things to, you know, overpower unsurmountable odds, you know. And now, everything is being nerfed to the fucking ground. We're applying balancing changes. Okay, what are you nerfing this time? I start going through the thing. Why don't you, like, balance up? If something is underperforming in some metric, balance it to make everything good. Not bring the good shit down. What is this? What are you doing? What is going on? What? Yes, what Joshua was saying. What's going on? Exactly. Like Mariah's saying. Is fun no longer allowed? For example, Destiny tiered weapons. When they introduced tiers to weapons in Destiny, unless you probably don't mean the the new recent tier thing they rendered useless. Jade Rabbit is getting a it's getting an update. A lot of things are getting an update, and it's like they're actually bringing up a ton of stuff. A few bringing down, but some are broken by nature. So sure, but this was felt a lot. And for example, Helldivers 2, where they completely lost the plot and were nerfing everything to the ground to the point the game became unplayable in harder difficulties because you couldn't just kill shit. Then they brought it back up. When they saw, okay, people want to have fun. We bring everything up. We're balancing everything up. And I was like, oh my god, they learned. No, they did the same thing recently, that they nerfed everything down. I'm like, what is this? what is going on? What is this shit? Now, meta, I'm using the only solar hand cannon with explosive payload and incandescent. Yes. Yes. There's a lot of good weapons, right? That they may not be meta, but if you build properly, it's okay. Like the solar hand cannon you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. It's fun. I also use it from time to time. Find out when I use my solar build. I'm playing Marathon, it was revealed they killed Destiny. They did not kill Destiny for Marathon. What the fuck? It's called mismanagement. It's called Pete Parsons. It's called bullshit. I couldn't care less, even if it was true, that Marathon killed Destiny. The fucking game was alive for 12 fucking years. It's already over. The last 2 years of content were shit. The game ended for me at the final shape. That's where they should have ended and started working on Destiny 3. They didn't because Sony didn't allow it because Bungie was in the red after Sony spent $3.8 billion buying Bungie. Let that sink in. $3.8 billion. They didn't even cover half of that since they were purchased. Because Pete Parsons overvalued Bungie. Pete Parsons was the problem. He ruined Bungie. He made Sony waste $3.8 billion in Bungie, which was completely unrealistic. If you were buying a company like Bungie, at most $1 billion, and that's already a stretch. Should have been 500 million at most. Okay? Sony only did it because fuck live service. But that wasn't even the problem. Even if it was for the live service, should have been at most 1 billion at most, and that's already a big fucking stretch. And you know what happened? Pete left Bungie with the money. Okay? He's fine. He's doing good. Pete is fine. He's happy. He has the money. And he's not inside the sinking fucking ship. Yes, because that's actually a story, you know, about Pete. That he literally was showing off to some employees one day his new car that he bought. And a week later, they were all fired. Do you understand how fucking bullshit that is? Do you see the problem here? It was not Marathon that killed Destiny. It was Pete Parsons that killed Bungie, which in turn had to kill Destiny because Destiny is too expensive to maintain compared with Marathon. To try and stay afloat and not be closed down by Sony. Do you understand the problem? Why would I not play Marathon, which is a good game that I enjoy, because of some asshole who killed the entire company? Yeah? Makes sense, right? Yeah. So let Destiny die. Or Bungie dies. And if Bungie dies, there's no Marathon, there's no Destiny, there's no Destiny 1 servers, there's no Destiny 2 servers. At least the servers are still there this way. You want to play it, go play it. I'll play it from time to time when I feel like it. But if Bungie dies, there's nothing. Gone. Want to go back? You won't even be able to. So, yes. Wow, I've been needing to just spit this out for so long. Holy crap. Whew, okay. You're in the grave with one hand out. Technically, yes, because of those 3.8 millions. That monumental waste of money. Die so that Marathon could die. No, that's... Destiny 2 died because Pete Parsons killed or left Bungie bleeding on the floor, and they didn't have enough budget from Sony to keep working on both Destiny 2 and Marathon. That was a choice they had to do, or Bungie itself would be shuttered. That's what happened. Hi, Chunky. Welcome to It's an evil thing. But, yes. I'm a Destiny fan. I've been playing Destiny for 12 years, since the fucking closed alpha. Okay? So, I've been playing it for a long time. I played with a lot of friends. I did a lot of raids in Destiny. But the alternative, if Bungie died, is not even being able to go back to the games to play them if I wanted to. How long will it be before we get Destiny 3? We won't get Destiny 3. We're not getting it. Not anytime soon. Let's be realistic here, okay? Let's be realistic. Let's look at this. Destiny 3 to be a game in the scope of the Destiny franchise. 20 years is actually pretty realistic. It's a realistic number. So a game like Destiny will need at least, we're talking at least 5 years of development time. Hi Yuki, hi, welcome stream. Happy birthday. Hi. Just look forward to opening on this news day. Yep. It's a thing, right? Net worth right now is billion USD and someone predicts 5 years minimum. Yes, like I was saying, yeah. So, like, developing a game of the size of Destiny 3, minimum, with luck, with everything going perfectly smooth, no issues whatsoever. Oh, there goes Dan. With no issues whatsoever. 5 years, at least. Okay. This would be 5 years. Happy birthday. And it's like, for those 5 years, considering the size of the game and the budget taken for something of that magnitude, at least 500 million. Sorry about that. Sorry about what? About what? What is? Oh no, it's okay. Welcome back, Yuzo. Hi. On Marathon, you'll be doing anything with Destiny IP for a very, very long time, which by the point no one is gonna care. That can happen. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. Did the throw work? I don't know if it did. I didn't see anything. Anyway. They're focusing on Marathon because it's all they can do right now, actually. I think the alert. A Destiny 3, like another year. Another year is definitely what they have. I'll say the numbers are not necessarily bad, especially for the start of Season 2. It started rocky because there were server issues, yes. The numbers are kind of healthy right now, though. Hovering around 40 to 45,000 players. That's not bad, okay? It's not bad. It's actually not bad. Let's see how many actually stick throughout Season 2. Marathon has at least another year. Yes, at least. I hope it has more, because I think the game is good. I think the throw is broken. Wait a second. I think the OSC thing died. Yep, it did die. It did get disconnected. I fixed it. Yeah, please, if you can, please refund it. Sorry about that. So, okay, now it's working. See? Now it's working. That fixed it. Okay. So, about Bungie not being the same anymore, it is. It's okay. It missed a lot of people that were there before, but a lot of the original founders are still in Bungie. The writer of the story of the current Marathon and the lore and so on is actually the person who wrote the original Marathon storyline. God knows how long ago, right? It's actually the same writer, was also a founder of Bungie, one of the few still at Bungie. Yes. So when people say that it's not the same studio, that's the gross exaggeration. It's not. Of course, it's not. They have a lot of new people, and several people leave, but that's normal. If we look at it, it's a studio with around 30 years of existence, and there's going to be a lot of people who leave and join. That's normal. That's a thing. It's a normal thing. It's not a problem. The problem is mismanagement. This is all mismanagement. This is all mismanagement. They're just making some dumb decisions. The problem with the decisions, in simple terms, yes. In simple terms, yes. In simple terms, yes. But let me put the decisions into a bit more of a perspective. This is painful to say because I'm a fan of Bungie. I'm not a fan of Bungie since Halo. I've been a fan of Bungie since the original Marathon stuff and the Gothic games and so on. So I've been following Bungie for a while, right? This is not just something that started with Halo or Destiny for me. It comes from before that. So all of this is a thing that is kind of a pain for me because I'm a fan of the studio and I'm seeing the shambles everything is in, right? So this is painful for me as someone who was a fan. But the entire thing, quick rundown of the thing is Bungie, was bought by Microsoft, right? We all know that. They did the Halo stuff. They wanted to leave and do their own thing. So they did a deal and, Microsoft kept Halo. They fucked off. Perfect. They gained their semi. It was not really an independence they gained. And then they went for Activision. Here's the problem with Activision. Activision actually had a problem with Bungie. How they essentially didn't know how to do Destiny the way they wanted. So Destiny was a very ambitious project. They didn't know how to handle it because they never did something like that. Because something like that didn't exist before. A live service game was not a thing. The companies are fighting, yep. And what kind of happened was that Activision was pushing one direction. Bungie was pushing the other direction. Things were rushed. Activision wanted to be a yearly release, but which is also wrong. That's not how even live services work. But Activision, Bobby Kotick, fuck them. And it just led to this massive cascading thing of decisions that didn't quite pan out because there was this infighting, right? So things were just not working. Aboriginal Island intimidation. That's. I wonder why. Hey, Alan Gibbons. When I heard Activision was trying to nerf Bungie because Bungie wanted to what is monetize? Monetize. No, it's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite. Activision wanted to monetize things more while making annual releases of the entire thing, right? But they needed extra monetization, so it just, everything exploded. Then they became independent, and then, that's when they departed from Activision. They kept the Destiny IP, and Pete Parsons was starting to have enough power to really screw shit up. Try to get money in without necessarily putting out the effort. That's where a lot of things of where, that infamous thing of saying, be careful with over-delivery. It creates patterns, which is terrible. Hi, Madman. Welcome to stream. We'll try Marathon on PS5. But I have it on PC. Like, why would I try it on PS5 if I have it on PC? Did I boot it up on PS5 to see how it runs? Yes, because it was in the free period. I was like, yeah, let me see how it runs on the PS5. Yeah, it's the same game, just in the gamepad. You know, the game was good there, is good on PS5 as well. But it kind of led to this decisions of Pete Parsons getting a lot of incubation projects starting to grow. This is all an artificial inflation to give more power and what? Hi. Like I said, I have the game on PC. It's the same game. It's good. I like it. I streamed it multiple times already. I play it. I'm still playing it. I already played on season 2. It's actually fantastic. And the night map is great. They actually put in a lot of effort into it. Hi. And, you know, the incubation projects, all of them were pretty much canceled after Sony bought Bungie. But the thing is, you think it's better than Destiny, though. It's completely different. It's a different game. It's a different Destiny. I don't think it's comparable. We can compare one thing, right? Because Bungie, Destiny and Marathon have one thing in common, which is instantly noticeable the moment anyone who plays Bungie games picks it up. The gunplay, the feel of the character movement, and the abilities, it's very much Bungie coded. It's the feeling that you had when playing in the Halo games, which carried on to Destiny and on to Destiny 2, and clearly Marathon is the same. So, the gun feel, the gunplay, movement, the way everything just seems to work, it's all the same Bungie feel, to call it something, which is great. It feels good. Things feel responsive. It's fantastic. I still think, in my opinion, Bungie does the best gunplay of any FPS by a massive margin. The only one that comes close, in my opinion, is Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends. You know, not talking about how Apex Legends works, but in terms of gun feel, it's the same one as Titanfall 2, because, you know, same engine, same iteration of the evolution of the engine, and so on. So, it's the same thing. So, if we go the Bungie feel and the Respawn feel are probably the best right now, but Bungie for me is the best. The Bungie gun feel, they just feel good. I was about to say Titanfall 2. Yes. I think right now, in my opinion, the best gun feel in games is indeed, you know, Titanfall 2 / Apex, because the guns feel the same in both games. And Destiny 2 and Marathon, because again, they both feel the same as well in terms of the guns. So, for me, those are the best games in terms of shooting. What about Highguard? See, the worst part of Highguard was not how the guns felt. I'll say that. The worst part of Highguard was not the guns. The guns were actually not all bad in terms of the feel, but everything else was just witness me mediocre kind of thing, you know. Highguard was another example of mismanagement and gross overestimation of what people wanted. Highguard was another example of bad timing, doing a surprise drop of a game that was developed in secret for 5 years. It's no Concord. No, it's not Concord. In Concord's defense, and it's not the design, that's definitely not the design. The guns themselves, ignoring the abilities were kind of weird. In terms of the gun feel, Concord was not the worst thing either. Concord was also not the worst thing. I guess because some of the ex-Bungie people were in it. Some, not all. But enough that the guns didn't feel terrible because there was some DNA in it. But if we ignore the best part of Concord, which is the guns, and I'm not talking about the time to kill, which is obnoxiously long. Yellow starburst, I can see that. It's just Concord was bad. Period. Was that no. Sony did a mistake, a very monumental mistake. It was cheaper than the Bungie mistake, because the Bungie mistake was $3.8 billion of a mistake. And Concord was just $800 million of a mistake. At least that we know of. The big problem is that Concord led to zero return because they refunded everything. That's how bad it was. So the $800 million that were spent were lost. And Bungie is still active and at least making money. Are they covering the $3.8 billion? No. Are they still making money? Yes. So at least that. Since we can't really get prefer whatever you need to call it. Yeah. So yeah, so in terms of return on money being negative, Concord was indeed a monumental disaster. That just no. 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 So that was just disaster. Bad. Terrible. Absolutely a disastrous situation. Just gaming nowadays, it's not all doom and gloom. Okay. It's not all doom and gloom. There's, like I said, Kennedy in that presentation looks really fun. That looks really great. I've been following that game for a few years now. And I was like, yes, trailer, yeah. So that looked great. Has more potential than that, at least, but it looks like it's saying a lot. I'll say this about Marathon, okay? You know what is the issue with Marathon? The main issue with Marathon. This is something that is going to be hard for a lot of people to hear. Okay? It's going to be hard. A lot of people don't know this. But I like extraction shooters. I'll say this. I play several extraction shooters. Even VR ones. Okay? I'll say this. So, the problem with Marathon is that it's made by Bungie. It's the only problem. The big problem with Marathon is that it's made by Bungie. That's it. If it was made by any other company, any other, even if the game was exactly the same, no difference, just, you'll see why. Just no difference. It would have worked way better. Universal praise. Why? Bungie has haters. Bungie has haters on the Microsoft side. Not even because they're Destiny fans or something. No. It's because Bungie betrayed them. Okay? There's a lot of people that hate Bungie. For the simple fact that they consider them traitors. Destiny players hate Bungie because they went to Marathon. A lot of players that started with the original Marathon games hate Bungie because they left them behind for Halo, which in turn went to Destiny, which in turn made the new Marathon game that was not what they wanted. It's a cascade effect that there's a lot of Bungie hating. For some reason, and this is a weird case, I think. Bungie is one of those companies that garnered a lot of diehard fans for a specific thing that the moment they tried to move on to something else, they got hate. There's no middle ground. Someone either stayed with them or hated them. I was one of those that stayed with them throughout the changes, when they went from Marathon to Halo to Destiny to Marathon again. I just stuck with them, right? A lot of people during the Marathon to Halo period hated them. A lot of people that went from the Halo to Destiny period hated them. A lot of people now that they went from Destiny to Marathon again hated them again. It's this hate cycle because for some reason fans of Bungie can't let go. I don't know why. Like, a lot of companies like Insomniac make several games, Resistance Series, Zero, Resistance Fall of Man, and Ratchet and Clank, and the Spider-Man games, and now Wolverine, and before that others, and they even released a few indie games of themselves. Everyone is fine with that. If it's Bungie doing it, absolute hate. It was made by an indie studio, so it wouldn't be interesting again. I don't see how many people. See, that was made. Let's look at this thing, okay? Look at the reception that Arc Raiders got. Okay? I'm not until they erased. That's because you started with Destiny. So your issue was a different kind of transition. It was a content drought transition, right? That was the Pete Parsons thing, by the way. It's been a lot of the disgruntled devs with this entire situation have come out and basically said that the content vault was not just a technical thing, it was a Pete Parsons thing. Blame Pete Parsons. Essentially, Pete Parsons. Yeah. Anyway. See, you're someone who wouldn't like extraction shooters. I like extraction shooters. So, and that wasn't even sold. Here's the thing. When I saw liking extraction shooters, this is coming from someone who likes extraction shooters, keep this in mind. When Marathon, this new game, was first announced, and it was revealed that it was an extraction shooter, I was actually against the idea. I was against the idea. Being a fan, I was against the idea because it didn't fit in my head how you go from the old Marathon games to an extraction shooter. I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Keep that in mind, what you just said. Keep that in mind. I was against the idea of Marathon being an extraction shooter. It didn't fit for me. That made no sense to me. And then I played the beta. Everything changed. Suddenly it made sense. Suddenly I could see it. And the game felt great to play. Right now, in my opinion, Arc Raiders is a bad extraction shooter to play. It's popular because it's not really an extraction shooter. If people want an extraction shooter, the best one right now, in terms of everything, in terms of the feel, the level design, my god, the map designs are amazing in Marathon. You have no idea. That was like probably among the best map designs Bungie did in the last like 5 years. No joke. No joke. Right now, in my opinion, the best extraction shooter is Marathon. For many reasons. In terms of the feel, the actual story of the things. If things just make sense as you actually do the story of the game, because the game does have story missions. You follow the story missions, if you know anything at all about past Marathon stuff, it just makes sense. It all fits. I mean, it makes sense. It's the same writer. So, he would know how to make it all fit. Because it's the same writer, like I said earlier. So, it makes sense. It actually makes sense. The feel of the guns, the Bungie feel. The map design. Everything just works. Right now, in terms of the gameplay, and even the things you can do in it, it's the best extraction shooter, in my opinion. And I've been playing extraction shooters for a very long time. Very long time. None feels like... If there's one thing that I always wanted, even though I was against the idea of Marathon being an extraction shooter at first, was I wish there was an extraction shooter that felt like a Bungie game. In terms of, the gunplay thing that we're talking about. This was it. This was it. And then when I played it and saw that the story was not nonsense, brain was like, yep, this is it. And I see as another shooter in the world of shooters. Because it plays good. I gotta spend my silver in before they... it's whatever. Who cares about the silver? Why is it special? Because it actually has a soul to it. Let's go with Tarkov, right? We got to a point that Tarkov right now is just obtuse. Because it wants to be obtuse. It's not... You know what is... Besides Marathon, let's ignore Marathon right now. I'm gonna ignore Marathon. I'm gonna pretend Marathon doesn't exist. You know what is the best extraction shooter? Ignoring Marathon? It's not Tarkov. Nah. It's not Tarkov. Cheats for me is a bad point. Actually, sorry, would be my last show. Yeah, see, there we go. See? You're seeing my point? You're seeing my point now. No. What was that game by Ubisoft? Shit. But Sleep Outfit, thank you for being here. Shit, what was the game? Brain, come on. Division, okay? Division 2, the Dark Zone. That's what led to extraction shooters. The first extraction shooter was Division 2's The Dark Zone. That is still the best extraction shooter, ignoring Marathon. It was a small part of the game, but it's still the best part. It's still the best extraction. It was an entire area. It was like an entire map. An entire map the size of a Tarkov map, but small compared to the Marathon map. See what I'm trying to get to? They didn't. That was a Division 2 thing. They had, I guess, something experimental, right? But the proper extraction shooter was in Division 2's The Dark Zone. That is still the best extraction shooter. Ignoring Marathon. Because it had the whole stories thing in it. It had a certain narrative to it. It made sense. And it was punishing, yes. But it just worked. Marathon is a literal evolution of that. Marathon, what Marathon does is not that it's just a hero shooter. That's actually the least of it. If we look at this, actually, let me go back to Division 2, the Dark Zone, right? You can make your build, you have your character, you make your build, and from there, you go in. Maybe you'll be more tanky, maybe you'll be very explosive, etc., etc. Basically, in Marathon, instead of you building your character, which was the initial part, you have a starting kit. It's just like when you're playing, like, Warzone or other team things where you have classes. It's the same thing. That is just a starting kit that happens to have a character look around it. You just have a starting kit, and you build from that. In terms of the feel of going into a place, Marathon is more like the Dark Zone than Tarkov, because it actually ignores a lot of the bullshit Tarkov does. Not to mention the characters are well designed, actually. It just turns extraction shooters on its head in a way like Arc Raiders tried to do, with having a good emphasis on the PvE aspect, and the PvP kind of just became something that made no sense, but makes sense because Arc Raiders was initially a Destiny-like game, and that's how it should have remained, because PvP doesn't fit with the game. Because you have, the last remaining city of humanity, so being an extraction shooter doesn't make sense. It's just like with Destiny, you have the last place where the robots are not reaching, and everyone is working together to a common goal. So being an extraction shooter doesn't even make any lick of fucking sense in Arc Raiders, and that's why no one plays it like an extraction shooter, except some sweaty streamers that are ruining it. But, yes, I'm of the opinion that Arc Raiders is being ruined by streamers. The game should have stayed not an extraction shooter. Should have been a loot shooter, because it still is a loot shooter, just with extraction mechanics that no one even wants to use. That's why the game is popular, not for the extraction part, just for the rest. And even then, they're not handling it right. They're not running it right. Basically, it's like Helldivers 2. It's an extraction shooter, but with PvE only. Yeah. Arc Raiders should have been like that. That's it. It's not. And so it's not doing so well now. I mean, still good numbers, but 10% of launch? They lost that many players. That was terrible. Yeah. In terms of proportion, Arc Raiders is doing terrible since then. They really lost a lot of people. One can say it's normal, but not to that magnitude of numbers. And Marathon did lose people. Now it's gaining them again. Season 2 actually brought in like 400% of the people. Alright. Thank you for the alert, Bible. I'm getting back to Division 2 once crossplay comes out, something this year. Yeah, crossplay should have been a thing since the start of Division, but that's another story. Division 2 has another problem, which is bullet sponge enemies. Like, if they're aliens, okay. If they're robots, okay. If they're another human like you and me, I just pop them in the head with a sniper rifle 5 times. How are they not dead? Hamburger with the cheese on, heck yeah. Hi, Skull. Welcome to stream. Up or down? Or school, depending on how you pronounce your name. Or squee. Oh, it's squee. It's squee. Sorry, I misread. Hi. So, So, Marathon is different extraction shooter. Down is basically a COD juggernaut, might be the exception. I think it's just, I enjoyed Division. I played a lot of Division. I played a lot of Division 2. Way back when. I actually streamed it in my human years. In my human years, I streamed a lot of Division 2. Yeah, I remember who you're talking about. Yeah. I remember that. I remember the one you're mentioning. Yeah. Footage for science? No. I deleted all of that. There's nothing. That's all just gone. That's all gone. That's all gone. So, as someone who's been playing a lot of loot shooters and extraction shooters and games with both, like Division, yeah. I'll say this. Marathon has a new mode. It's experimental still. They're still testing it. Which is a survival mode. It's only in the nighttime version of Dire Marsh, which is a certain map. That is indeed survival. It's primarily PvE. You just go in with your team. Just you. From time to time, maybe player-controlled rooks go in. So far, the only times I found rooks, they were friendly, and they just wanted to leave as well, so everyone just worked together. And it's literally a PvE mode with optional PvP, where everything is fucking terrifying. Everything is fucking terrifying. Great mode. I'm loving the survival mode. I hope they make that into a proper thing later, not just this experimental mode. It's literally a survival game with a Bungie feel in that mode, which is great. It's really good. I got my ass kicked by enemies so many times in that. It's really nice. Plays great. Sorry, I'm stretching my nose. So it's interesting. It's interesting. It's funny that they initially pitched that mode as a PvP experience because of single team goes in and rooks can join. But no, it's actually being the complete and total opposite. It's primarily being a PvE mode where a team goes in surviving the regular enemies of the game, and the rooks actually just leave them in peace and also want to try to survive. Dark Zone, because I always ran solo, and I suppose they were tryhards online, so I almost never got anything extracted. That's like in anything. I primarily played Dark Zone solo, just saying. It works. It's okay. You can play solo, by the way, in Marathon pretty easily because it puts you in solo-only queues if you play solo. So you're only gonna play against other solos, which is, nice. Unless you queue in as a rook, then you're either gonna land in the survival mode or as a rook against other teams, because rooks are scavengers, right? Oh god, this level, like, I'm pretty sure right now if I went in, I would be completely wrecked because I haven't played in way too long. So, I'm sure meta shifts existed, things were different, because I know the game had updates since then, and I haven't played in a long time, very long time. So, I'm sure stuff changed a lot. So, yeah. And they're adding a few PvE stuff to Marathon. So I think right now, what I'm going to say is, the game is having a free week Try Marathon for free. That's all I can say. Try Marathon for free. It's free. For this week. Just try it. It's free. No money is lost. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, everything. It's free on PS5, Xbox, and Steam right now. It's a trial, right? It's like a trial thing. So you can just download it and play it. Xbox is having a few issues right now. I actually tried it. I downloaded it on my Xbox to give it a try to see how it played on the Xbox. But the game is failing. It's like the trial license is not working, so it's getting some issues. So I'll have to try that later. But right now the trial license is at times failing. Not with everyone, but it failed with me. I saw that it failed with other people. So you know, but it'll probably work later whenever they fix it. So it's fine. Oh, this is odd. Give me a second. Adjusting the hips. Oh, something drifted. Yes, it did. Anyway. So, you know, it's a thing. It's an evil thing. But, oh yeah. What happened? Seems to be in the... Oh, no, it's not. Let me turn off the thing. You turn off the tracker to fix it. I hope. Okay. Turn off. Let's turn it off. Is it gonna work? Yep. I fixed it. I think. Yep. It mostly fixed it. Hi. Hi. Kinda. Not entirely. Not. It mostly did. Minor thing. But anyway. Yes. That was my, gaming rant of Doom. I got a feeling they'll probably, do something about it later. Okay. I did not expect actually landing on something. I thought I was just gonna... I broke the map. I broke the map. Okay. I'm willing to read about it. Yeah, I mean like that. So we're at the end of the world as we know it. Mission failed successfully. Yeah. Right. So yeah, that's how you break maps by accident, and you land on the other side. And apparently there was still something. I'm kind of shocked. Is there an edge? Is that water at the edge? Oh my god, there's water at the edge. Barely. Anyway, let's go somewhere else. That was unexpectedly funny. Did not expect that. But okay. Why is that? Let me clear that. Look, the water was already there. I didn't even know there was gonna be water out of bounds. That was a shock to me as well. Massive shock. Did not expect that. So, you know. It's an evil thing, you know? It's an evil thing. Is there anything nice around here? Oh, yeah, I'll show you. I think this is just a showcase. Yep. a showcase of stuff. We're gonna go there anyway. If that's what I think it is. It is. I think. But why is the audio crackling? Why did it change my clothes? It's changing it. Why you change? Why you keep doing? I don't know. It changed. Oh my god, why is the audio going crazy? There we go. Let me do a thing real quick. Is no one randomized? No, already did that before. Use the outfit randomizer for that. Why is the sound being obnoxious? Oh, let me switch the battery. There you go. That was a fitting outfit for the place we're in. That was good job, randomizer. Good job again, randomizer. Good job. That was curious, actually. I was fitting. I was fitting. I was fitting. Here we are. This is all just demos of stuff. So I think that's Jesus Christ. Only people want to, but I've been looking at these things and see what maybe I could potentially grab. Because I know a place that actually has some of these assets, and they are good. So, you know, I'm thinking about it because of it. There's some good stuff here. So it could work. To do something is. Potentially. Potentially. Did it drift? Yes. Back to normal. Did you go too well? Of course not. Of course it wouldn't be. It's just, you know, it's a gym, but it's not. I'm not always at the gym, you know, because I have my own gym at home, so I don't need to go to one, technically speaking. I just happen to know. Which is not represented in the office yet, but I'm gonna fix that. So, you know, here's the thing. It is there. You need my strength. You know, but technically isn't that. Beat up my migraine. Go away, migraine. Leave Angel alone. Like that. Did it work? I'll scare it away. I'll scare it away. With, there we go. Here, I'm gonna scare it away. Did it run away? Did it work? I see what you did there, Oodle. Did it work? I flex on it. Better than painkillers. Yes. Not you. I was hitting the migraine at 0, and I'm gonna cuddle me. That makes sense. That's a good thing, you know. That's a good thing. Finger work. Thank you. Hope you feel better quickly. Brightness at 0 makes sense with a migraine. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's these things here. I'm like, I'll be making me just so happy. Heck yeah. That's the spirit. So, there's just a few assets around here. So I'm like, hey. Ah! I booped back. So just a few things. This thing? Rotato rip. Forgot? Puntable. I know puntable. What you want about? What I need to do is... Oh, drifted again. Okay. Alright, test. Reverse Uno boop. It's a thing, isn't it? Yeah, this is all assets that are being on display here. Just this is the demo world essentially. It's just a demo world. The tiny you. Okay, maybe the mini me, but you don't punt the mini me. Poor thing. You don't do that. You don't do that. Don't do that to mini me. Poor thing. Poor thing. Oh, wait. There we go. It is evil. It is evil. Why did everything just suddenly drift up and forward? I don't know. I really wanted to go back to normal. Come on. Eventually it will. But it's not. Why? Oh, I see why. It shouldn't, but I see why. Ah. It is 4:30, yeah. Why is this not normalizing? It's like it's actually getting worse over time. What the? Wait a second. Hmm. Are we good? I don't think. Okay, yeah. It normalized. We're good. Recalibrate? Nah, that's not it. That's not it. Drifting is from things. It's from dying base stations to be more specific, but it's a gay and things going off sync and so on. That the syncing happens on its own as the thing realizes that it's fucking up. The problem is when it doesn't, so it takes a while. That's the gist of it. That is the evil gist of it. You know what? I'm very annoyed that something I did is not working. And this is actually kind of upsetting me. But anyway, an evil day. Uh, hand, stop doing that. Don't do it. Stop. Yes. Alright, let's go somewhere else. I will change outfits once we get somewhere else too. Um, wait a second. Okay. Why is that there? Oh yeah, I wanted to check this out. I don't remember if I did or not. Let's find out. I don't remember if I actually might have, maybe. I don't remember, so we're gonna check it out anyway. It's preloading. It's preloading. So don't worry about it. It is real. Yeah, it did drift forward again, didn't it? Yep, it did. Okay. Here we go. Teleporting. We be teleporting. Oh wait, no. I remember. I remember the world. Yes. We have been here before. I do remember the world, yes. We have been here before. Never mind. I wasn't sure. But, and I swear to God. I swear to God, though. It's being evil. What's that? Hmm? Oh. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's that. See? Disables graphics. I understand now. Yes. It's, we're sticking to this. We're sticking to this. It's neither. We're sticking to it. It's somewhat nicer. I think. Hi. Give me a second. Hmm. I'm gonna hit the randomizer, see what happens. Because I can run it. That one from before, sure. We'll do that. It's the one that got changed into by mistake. Now you're saying that. It works out. She works out. Oh yeah. Hey, you can see the tattoo in the back. Well, to a point. You can see it, but not all of it. Where was that? Hand, come on. You can do this, hand. You can, like, not die. Open it. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, thank you all for playing here. Hope you're enjoying so far. I just ranted everything. I just ranted everything that was essentially just stuck in me that I need to rant about, and I did earlier. Goddamn, that's been stuck inside me for a few weeks. Well, a few things for several months now, but that one a few more recent, and this one with the state of play. That needed to come out, and it did. So yay! Maybe I'll make a highlights video compilation of that. I don't know. I may have done some swearing. Maybe. Just maybe. I speak this is what I mentioned before. I just love when you talk about or passion. I'm definitely passionate about that part. Yep. The definitely passionate about the gaming side of things, yeah. It's evil, but yeah, it's evil. What needs to be done? If you what needs to be done. Does that even make sense? Maybe. It's a flag sack too? No, it's not. It's an evil thing. Give me a second. Again. What's she gonna do today? Raccoon Tomboy's TED Talk about the state of gaming. Imagine. Imagine the state of gaming. Wouldn't that be a thing? Let me do a quick thing. You kind of did. So if a few things broke real quick, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna test something. Alright. We're gonna run a quick experiment. I'll be able to move much, but as an experiment, I want to test something. Shit doesn't break. But I'm hoping that when the Steam Brain finally comes out, and I can, like, then use the flux pose when they finally arrive, then things will break less with the tracking. That's my hope. And sound and stuff. And I'm actually testing something with the sound. In this case, hydrate! Hydrate is a great idea. We should see it. Da 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 da. Nope. Hmm. We're here again. Hi! Hydrate sponsored by McDonald's. Da, 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 da. I'm drinking it. It makes sense, right? Maybe. Don't worry about it. There. Sorry, I was just looking at something here. It makes sense. Trust me. Maybe. Just pretend it makes sense, okay? Pretend it makes sense. Everything is okay. It's all good. You know? It's all good. I just won't be able to do exactly this that I'm doing right now. The same frame. At least for a while. Until the day they actually make it work. Until then, it's not. But who knows? One day. Right? One day. Dun, 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 dun. It's my hope that one day that'll be okay. It's always healthy. Ah, hi. Hello. We'll see. I like how Kick recommends channels and already calling. Kick is not very smart, but to be fair, Twitch does the same at times. Twitch does the same at times. Not enough sleep again? It was more like sleep was enough. I just don't know if it was good this time. That makes sense. Like, I didn't feel rested. Like, I slept a lot yesterday. Even if interrupted, but still, total was good. But it felt like I was still behind on sleep. Tomorrow's the day off, so maybe, you know, maybe I can, do a little bit of extra sleeping again and see how it goes, you know? See how it goes. And hopefully next week, I go back to normal. Or the intended normal of also doing, you know, Tuesdays and stuff and so on. I got a feeling that there might be a few more, like, rants. Hello. No, 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 no. No mattress, no pillow. Nah, nah. What I need is that the sleep is completely uninterrupted. That's what I need. Which is problem. That's what I need. I would need to have a day or two that I could just sleep completely uninterrupted. Just sleep. Raccoons sleep wherever. Raccoons sleep everywhere. So I kind of works out, you know? It's a raccoon thing. Don't worry about it. It's not alarms. That is not the problem. Alarms are not the problem. Not the problem. None doesn't wake you? Ah! That might be the trickiest part. That is the tricky bit. What was it? Caffeine! I mean, caffeine is good. I have a lot of it. Maybe more than I probably should, but, you know. Things happen. Things happen. No, that's not doable. Maybe one day, but that's normally not a possible thing. It's not gonna work. So I just need to go to sleep like super early someday. Like mega early. Which means not doing essentially barely doing anything on some specific day. And just poof to sleep mega early to be able to just pass out a lot. But that's not gonna happen. Not anytime soon, so not anytime soon. But one of these days, you never know, right? One of these days. Won't be now, but you never know. You never know. But it won't be now. Yeah, I already said that. Yes. I come for dinner. Here's the guy. And that's the normal look, actually. Hi, Violet. Hi, hi. Welcome stream. That's the normal look. Anytime that they're covered is actually the not normal thing where someone redeemed something. Or the jacket is on. Like, jacket redeem or something like this. See? Jacket. Actually, this one kind of leaves one arm. The jacket of this outfit is just this on top. Yeah, pretty much everything I have is sleeveless, yeah. Unless redeems happen. But then, you can do your own redeem to counter it. It's the beauty of this entire thing. I have redeems now for that. So, you know, there's your jacket. Do the jacket toggle redeem. Jacket goes away. With, I think, the exception of one. But there's one that the shoulders are still covered. Jacket or no jacket. That's one. It's the one with the t-shirt. Like that, see? Jacket toggle, and that appeared. See? I guess it just did. Redeem the jacket toggle, the jacket appeared. It's all automatic. It's all automatic. So, At the random. See, this is the one. This is the one that is even if you remove the jacket, which in this case is a hoodie, ow, it'll still have something covered. Heads up. Yeah, that was a basketball. Damn. So if you actually remove the jacket on this one, whenever the timer, whenever the like the cool down goes away, you'll see that I'm still with the t-shirt on in this one's case. So this is the only one that has the arms covered either way. The other one previously was the only one that either way at least one arm is uncovered. But that was the other one. I like this one in specific because no one can tell that there's muscles or anything. It's just me. People can look in my eyes. It's important, you know? It's important. It's a very important thing. So look at anyway, amber contacts or not. Hey, eyes are good, you know? The hand tracking just went, yeah, I think I see what's happening. Because I'm doing a thing. There's been no sound cutting out. It was you, wasn't it? It was you. I'm pointing at you over there. It's where a certain something is, and I'm pointing at it. You can't see it, but it was you. I see you. Yep. So don't worry about it. I figured out the sound issues. I don't know. I can fix it though. That's gonna be terrible. But you know, it's a thing. Which safe item or the couch? No, 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 no. It's the right hand controller I'm using interferes with the headphones, which is where the microphone I have is. It interferes with the headphones at random, and that's what causes the sound to cut off. So I'm not wearing it. I put it down. I'm just using the regular finger tracking of the Quest, and it's fine now. So it is you, fish. Which is odd. Everything here is Twitter so I can already that. In theory, I think. Ah, oh my god. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. I mean, it's already over there, so I'll have to see what I can do. I'll have to see because my big problem is that the actual right controller that goes with the left controller on which is the index. It's kind of broken, and that's why I stopped using it. But I got a feeling it's gonna be complicated. So we'll see. Let's see what we can do. Right now, both hands are using the finger tracking, so I can do a wider array of hand motions and stuff. A little bit of tracking in a cone around me or in front of me. So things go out of the cone and the hands stop tracking, like here. See? So they go back. Then they snap back. See? And it snaps back into tracking. Otherwise, lets me do other things with the hands. Just like I can. Ugh, sorry. It's like I can with the face. So, it works out. Just a fun little thing. Oh, let me do a thing. Ah. Hmm. Alright, scratching my nose. We good. Anyway, what games you doing this weekend on stream? I am not sure yet, but there's a new story update for NTE, Neverness to Everness. So maybe I'll do that while we talk, because I'm definitely gonna be talking about whatever is shown at the Summerfest. Because the Summerfest is gonna happen Friday, I think. So I'll probably start by talking about the Summerfest, just like how I talked about the state of play today. I can go from there. Oh, there's something nice. Hi, Blair. Hi, hi. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. Don't mind me, I'm munching on a protein bar. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, yeah. Mm. Oh, wow. Mm. 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 That's not how the course works. Mm-mm. Not how the course works, no. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Where's the thingy? Angry raccoon noises. No, there is no angriness. There is no angriness. Just raccoon noises. But not angry. Or hungry, I suppose. That works. Maybe. It was just a little protein bar, just to munch on. I know. I have reading dyslexia. Initially, I read that as angry, because that's literally what my eyes read. I know. The Sure it was. Sure it was. Have an asterisk there that mixes in with letters, and the Asian U in reading dyslexia can just blend, and it looked like an A for me. Thus angry. Went to my national live a few days ago. One of my niece said I was stream every day. I think it's great. Really? That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I like that. See, you're talking about After Life. I think that's only for the Switch too, right? It's not on the first one, is it? Because I don't have a Switch too. That's why I asked. I am watching. Hi. I'm on stream. Unfortunately, yes. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Nice summer tire. Randomizer. People put me in this thing, and they didn't randomize out of it. So, it's a summer tire to maintain the heat, which is terrible. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. I suppose that works. Suppose that works. I can play it on. It is, but it's not a big timer. It's not a big timer. It's just like a minute or something. Okay, it's also on Switch 1. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll give it a try. That's not cute! You're not seeing the muscles properly yet, but you're seeing something. At least. Let me do a proper flex. See? That might be a little bit better. Not adorable. The abs are covered in this one. I apologize. So everything is say so. Everything is say so. If you say so. Yeah, that's it. That's what I think. It's say so. Yeah. We need to make a poll in chat and scale of 1 to 10 how cute Kathy is. She's not. She's not. What? See? She's not. Makes sense, right? Touch your feelings, you'll know it to be true. Wrong series. That's not cute. What the? Huh? That's not. That's not cute. Which one, babe? Listen, mommy, tomboy, and adorable. Listen. No. No. That's not how the force works. No. That's not how the force works. Uh-uh. 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 Trust me. I'm a professional. I don't know of what, but I'm a professional. Reverse Uno your denial. No. The ultimate thing, we know the ultimate reverse card, which is like that amalgamation of cards all stitched together or duct taped together to making the no you Uno card. Which is the most powerful card ever. Yep. Yep. But split second. What is that? I can prove. I will. Wait. Deny the allegations. If the jury's already made a verdict. No, definitely not. See, let me. Objectively wrong. Ta-ta! MTG keyword ability. Okay. I remember that. Must be something new. Relatively new. Relatively new. Because I don't know it. Even last 10, 15 years. Yeah, for me that's new. That's for how long I haven't played it, or more. So, that's new. For me, that's new. Back in my day, we just played stuff. We didn't have these weird fancy schmancy split second shenanigans, weird shenanigan things. Hi, Gershon. Welcome to stream. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Alex. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. Hi. Ba, ba, ba. Also, wood? Nah. It's not. That's just, yeah, the randomizer did it. And people didn't change it out of it. Which is nefarious. Nothing else any played and sponsor added the stack. That is a weird thing. Why change perfection? Because this is not perfect. This is Varvermed. Why did I put it in the randomizer? It's beyond me. Maybe I shouldn't have. Just putting that out there. Shouldn't have been in the randomizer. I need a new mirror? Nah. I'm looking at the stream camera. I can see it. Nah. Channel is like, this is a cute and exotic. It doesn't or does? Yes. That's a randomized thing. What? That's or does. Okay. Okay. Couldn't. Yeah, well, because, yes, I was seeing angry. It's all reading dyslexia. So I can't see it because it's not there. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, it is not there. And so it is not there to see. You can't see what doesn't exist. Maybe. Also, yes. Yeah, I do have a randomizer. If you look at the redeems, you're gonna see an outfit randomizer, and there's also a jacket toggle. Each outfit has a jacket toggle, except this one. This one does not have a jacket. If you do a jacket toggle on this, it doesn't do anything. The others do. I still didn't come up with a good jacket for this one. When I do, this one will have a jacket. Until then, there's no jacket. Until then, this one has no jacket. One day. One day I'll figure it out. I don't know what I could put on this to be a proper jacket for this outfit, but I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll run a poll one day. What would be a good jacket for this? Oh, people can just suggest it or something. I don't know. I don't know. One day. Today is not the day, but one day. Maybe. And then we'll see. Then we'll see. Alright. Wheel was gonna add Kathy legs emote, but I can't find it. What? What can't you find? I'm sorry. Oh, I actually forgot to add the wheel. Enable it. It's actually there, but it's not enabled right now. Which is okay. Your legs emote. Oh, it's not here. I think. I don't think it's here. I don't think it's on. I'll have to see. I guess the legs emote is kind of based on this, as it is. Kinda. but not completely, okay? It's kind of, but not completely. Back muscles! Because I don't think they're seen often. Because usually I'm not seen from the back, so which makes sense. Next best thing then. I don't think that's quite it. Don't think that's quite it. Just putting that out there. Putting that out there. Jesus, sorry about that. Blah, blah. Have you heard about the Lego scandal? I have not. What is the Lego scandal? I keep seeing it appearing at random, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't know why they're going there. I might have removed it actually, because I was doing an emote organization. No one was using the legs emote, so I probably removed it to put others, which were more important. Some stores stole 200K worth of Legos from a dying. What? What? What the fuck? Why? A YouTuber tried to help him get it back and then discovered police corruption. Whoa, that's kind of hardcore. What the hell? That's a special kind of strangeness. Wow. Is ruining his reputation trying to keep them? Why would they keep ruining the reputation? To keep something that's crazy. A dress that allowed legs to pop more than normal. I mean, it's not popping. I mean, it's the same as using a shorts or something. You can barely see. Okay, you do see a little bit of the muscles. You know, you see a little bit of the muscles, but not all of it because the knee muscles are covered. So, upper thigh then. That makes sense. Because they are $100 million company and they think they can get away with it. That sucked ass, you know? That's so terrible. That's just fucking terrible. Why would they do that? Schrodinger's dress is both covers and not covers. Yes. That's why I kind of like this one. Because it's a dress. It's kind of formal-ish in a way. But at the same time, it doesn't show anything. Which is what I want. Because I'm not one for dresses too much. Unless they're sundresses. Or they're this kind of dress that shows but doesn't. If that makes sense. It's not. And it's not a very long dress, so legs are nice and free, which is nice. Tail is cute. It's my tail. It's always the same. You know? Yeah, I did mention that sundress is in rotation. Yes. It's there to be in the rotation. Forever. Well, until the day that I get something better for it. Until then, the sundress is in the rotation. Until then. Today is not. I mean, maybe it is. I guess it depends. The cooldowns are just a minute or something. With the jacket and the outfit rotation. I think. Were you saying something before? I was just confirming. Yeah. Maybe I could have pictures of what outfits are in the rotation. Maybe one day I'll do that. When I remember. When I remember, maybe I'll do that one day. Always remembering. We see Obsession movie where the background. I saw both and they're great. I'm low-key obsessed. I've heard good things about both. So I may just watch them one day. But I did hear good things about them, so maybe. Maybe. Ah, sorry about that. Hi, hello. So it's those kind of movies that are like in the radar, if that makes sense. Time is always the problem. Time is always the problem. Sometimes there's no time, so it's like, bleh, you know, that evil thing. I got a headache from all full of dread. I was watching Obsession. I had to stop myself from shouting in the crowded theater of the year. Really? Damn. So it's proper scary? It's not what I was expecting. It was fantastic. Nice. Check it out. I have to check it out. Obsession was properly spooky. Or dreadful, at least. I went to show, what the fuck are you doing? Don't go back! But they did. And they died, I'm sure. Yay! Maybe. Or something like that. Ah, oh my god. Hi. Oh, God. Oh, 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 oh. Hmm. And I need scratching my back, but the hand tracking doesn't cover back there, so so you don't see it. Kathy Van stream when technically it could have been almost any time, but there's the problem of the tracking right now, which is not in its best shape. Let's see. Love is a hell of a drug. Wait, what? Love is a hell of a drug. What? Oh, that actually cracked. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Plus, it's now kind of hot for that. Just say. Not gonna have that, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Ah, Jesus. Hi. We shall see. Not bad. Mine might be worse than your dyslexia. It's fine, you know. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. No one's perfect, especially not me. Kathy enters the room. The room heats up by 10 degrees. Jesus Christ, please no. Please no. That'd be terrible. Oh, speaking of terrible, I'm gonna drink something. Give me a second. I am gonna drink. Mm-hmm. 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 Ah. Ah. It would be terrible. Absolutely. Give me a second. Wait. Okay, I saw it. Okay. I was in frustration. I feel like you're repeating yourself, which I get because I'm not the other way I do so. You're not having past a bundle of lines. It's a bundle. Yes, it's a bundle of truths, and the hip is drifted. But why? Yes, I am. Why did you do that? That's cute. Let me turn off the hip. Do it again. And hopefully, it'll go back in arrow. Who did what? I don't know. Who did what? I don't know why the hip tracker is thinking it's... Oh, did it go back to normal? I think it did. It did now. We're good. Who did what now? Yes. Yes. Maybe. It happened. I don't think anyone did anything. Maybe. But I'm definitely not perfect. Far from that. Far from that. I blame the reverse flash. See when flash. Thank her for the bits. Yes, you do. There's like bit effects around me. I didn't do that. Another effect. There's that. Oh, hi. Hello. There's follow effects and stuff. Good one of those. You want to get a reverse flash? The effect must not be easy enough to justify the price. Wait, what? Sorry, I'm confused right now. Oh, a VR setup. I mean, what do you think is the price? What do you think is the price? Why does everyone think that's the price? It's actually fascinating. No, it's not. It's not. It might be what maybe the Steam train will be, 700, 1,000. But that's not. No, no, no. You can even get a PSVR 2 right now. I think for like 300 or 400 or something. And PSVR 2 can be used on PC. You can get a used Quest 2, or even a Quest 3S, and that's like 350 to 400. Same price on both. The number is the same on both, which means it's in euros is actually more expensive, but but we can say dollars, so it's going to be the same. I think the average price of the Quest 3S right now is $350. PSVR 2 was on sale recently. I don't know if it still is, and it was like 300, but you can connect that to the PC. Of course, PSVR 2 has a cable, right? It's a wired device. Quest 3S is not. So your mileage may vary if you want it to be wireless or not. So, there's that thing. There's that thing. Okay, being serious, you're the most caring people. Nah, I'm just me. To wave about with it. Ah, then even if you're like mostly stationary, you're fine. Yeah, yeah. If you're gonna be mostly like stationary or standing in the same place at the very least, cable is fine. Yeah, I suppose a cable could be good. You need a little adapter thing, but I know Sony was providing it. I don't know if they still are. They probably are. I guess it's one of those cases where you go with the cheapest. I go with the cheapest. Um, It's not too bad. VR is not really overly expensive to get into at a base level. If you want to go like with everything that I have and stuff, then yeah. The 400 includes the adapter. Good question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I am not sure actually. Full blown sweetheart. No. Yes, it's fancy as yours. Mine is a bit of a extra thing. A bit of an extra thing. Not a lot even uses this full setup. Like VR chat does. Chill out VR does. Resonate does. Very little else does. A lot of bit extra. Yes. Yes. So, you know, probably don't need all of this unless you're really going to use it a lot or you also stream with it, you know, or do something that really needs it, like dancing in public stuff and so on, which some people do. So, you know, they use it to do their work thing, entertainment stuff. Otherwise, you won't need it. That's fine. I plate armor. Yes! Yes! Well, technically you can, but maybe it won't be very comfortable, but it's possible. Technically, it's possible. Comfortable? Maybe not, but, you know, it's possible. Sadly, can't write it off as a work expense. There's that, which is a pity, but, you know, unfortunately, but one day, shockingly comfortable. I believe it. Maybe not to be in VR. You would like, when you're in VR, your natural temperature goes up. Technically, you could if you decide to work from home in your armor. See. Welcome back, Dwaggle. Hi. Need a co-star for business tax purposes. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't think so. So maybe not. So work. What do you think is by the RSN? RSN. The rest look like all the way around. I did a spin a minute ago. See? This is how it is from behind. So you can like kind of see. If I do this, you actually take a very good look at the entire thing. It makes sense. It's hilarious. What boots are I wearing? These. I don't know if I can go far enough. Because right now I can't grab the camera. Those. Not sure if they're good, but they're boots. They're boots. Right. Very super spy with gun. No, there's nothing. Like I said, there's no controllers right now. See? No controllers. It's just the finger tracking. I speak a lot with my hands, you know? If I have, um, if I'm just using the finger tracking, no hand tracking, I just like keep moving them. Hi, Zoomy. Hi. Welcome stream. I don't look magnificent. No, I do not. It's just the dress. It's just the dress. Get a thigh gutter with a pistol holster. Wouldn't that be a thing? You know, it's you. The raccoon who killed me. See, the raccoon Tomboy and the dress. See, that's the evil part. Being in the dress without my glasses on. Very complicated. Very, very complicated. It's an evil thing, you know? Very evil thing. And, strange. Bizarre. Curious. Yes. Just add to the aesthetics of your look with a gun. Add glasses with mustache. I have glasses, it's not the mustache, you know? I mean, I could add just, you know, a scar. Yes, the spy. The raccoon spy who killed me. Goes Ada Wong. Yeah, that's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. Ada Wong is a good one. The killer raccoon. Yes. I was just going with my scar, you know? Just rifle thing. I mean, could also go some AR-15 or something. Like the M4. Stuff like that. That could work too, right? Or two, right? Or get kill the LMP2. Something like that. Or just, you know, go full Halo, you know, with a battle rifle or something. Wouldn't that be a thing? It is a good one, actually. I mean, I'm not Asian. My hair is not black, but no garbage is safe from the super spy caddy. The killer raccoon. Spawn Needler. No. No. Hey, maybe the BRX, you know? It isn't? Wait, what is it? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Hmm? Triple saw on scope. I did. I used to. Hi, Jules. Hi, hi. Welcome stream. Hope we're doing well. Hi, hi. I used to play Silent Scope from time to time in the actual arcades with the gun thing. I got to the point that I wasn't using the scope. I was just like going. And made people wonder how the fuck was I doing what I was doing and still headshotting without using the scope. I was just like. I almost said what Stream Element said. God damn it. Hope you're doing well, Charles. That was weird playing Silent Scope. I may have broken the game at that point. Honestly, I may have broken the game. It was a funny thing. Arcades was fun when they existed. Now they don't, which is unfortunate. So, sorry. Just cracking my back. Cracking me back. Hmm? There we go. Good old days in the arcade. Stream elements? God damn it. I almost did it again. She's in the face. Ooh, let me try that one. Yep. Gonna work. Okay. Yep. I guess so far so good. This hand is still finger tracking. This one has a controller now. Broken controller, but hi Lotus, hi. I can stream. Hope we're doing well. It's the dress, and no one randomized out of it. It's complicated. So, I have a dress here, and it's a tricky thing. So I have a dress on. The fairies have a dress on, you know? Very nefarious. Could be worse, I guess. Could be worse or something. But hope we're doing well with this stream. I can now grab this. Let me try something. Kind of curious. Hi, Alcor. Hi, I like the stream. Tracking die a little bit? Yes, yes it did. Now I do that. And that. I kind of want to see if this works, you know? I got a feeling you kind of did. Imagine. Hold up. You kind of did. Imagine that. Hi. Oh, that's kind of funny. Let me adjust the arms. Should actually be somewhat higher to be correct. Kinda, but I think it went down. Hold on. Did it? Right. Okay. Hi! There we go. The arms are now properly sitting on the thing. Imagine. Hi. I admit it's kind of funny to be like this in a chair. With the dress on. I admit it's kind of funny. Hi. I'm actually in my gaming chair. That's what I was pulling in this direction. And I just made my an avatar chair that matches that somewhat, so I could align it and I'd be sitting and I could do this and rotate it and it's all aligned. Ain't that a thing? Ain't that a thing? Imagine. Hi. Shit, I can't. Let me see. There we go. You can see it. It's a funny thing. Wait. Trying to get posed. There we go. That kind of works. Hi. Hands on me. I just need, like those, in spy movies, the evil villain has a cat on a lap or something. That would work. That'd be funny. Just because. That'd be a funny thing. Let me look, look, look. Okay. Uh, just a new funny thing. Imagine taking a picture like this. Imagine. Which I am gonna take, actually. Y'all don't mind if I take a picture, right? There we go. I figured y'all wouldn't mind if I took a picture. Hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all for being here. Welcome stream. We just be chilling. Although right now I kind of look like something out of a spy movie or something. You know, what can you do? Kind of works out. I blame, who did the last randomizer? Gesson. I blame Gesson, yeah. Y'all can blame Gesson for me to be wearing a dress like this. Is there an arcade world in VR? Yes, there's quite a few. There's quite a few of them. Not all with playable games, but one of my plans is to make one with playable games. Not necessarily, certain classics games, because then that would fall in those weird copyright shenanigans. We want to avoid that. So it'd be something simpler with actual games that people made, simulate arcade games, but in VR, so that kind of work. That's one thing I want to do. An actual arcade with several working games. Hopefully. And hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully it'll work out. It'll just need a. It's something that requires like maybe too much money. Copyrights can select my potato raccoons. Yes, raccoons are made of potatoes. Yes, yes, yes. Suppose it could. Basically, it's just gonna be something that I know I'm gonna have to invest a little bit in it to make it work in VR, but later, because right now money is focused on getting the Steam frame to replace things that are not working as well. So after that, sure, I can start like working on stuff like that. I'd probably run a Patreon for it. I've seen people who do run Patreons for their things, so maybe I could do the same. Something that I still have to consider, so you know, one day. Today is not the day, but one day. You never know. One day. Uh, oh, okay. I could make just a few random things that I have in mind. One day, maybe. Maybe one day. Did the ad start? No, it starts in 4 minutes. Okay. So something changed. I was like, what did the ad? No, no, no. It's still just a warning. Ads suck. But they're always going to be on because you can't turn it off, so. It's nefarious. Twitch knows it. That's the other part. Oh, well. What can you do? Not much. So. Not much you can do. Wait. Yeah, stop writing. Yeah, copyrights are evil. Good thing everything I have in mind is not copyrighted. So it works out. I just need to call it like Raccoon Nation Arcade or Bar Arcade. It's an arcade with bar. And there you go. It works out. It's an evil thing. Where is it? Okay. Well, there's a few worlds, yeah. There's one that I really like that I go to often on stream. And my anniversary video even has it appearing. It's the part where I'm even dancing in a Dance Dance Revolution machine. Fun times. Fun times. Woo! My brain switched off there for a moment. It was it. Ah. Hmm. There. I was just fixing something. The tracker was slightly out of place. Had to adjust a little bit. My birthday on August. Wait, what? Hi, Tyler. Hi, hi. Was technically July last year. We're gonna have another soon. So it's okay. Well, in a month and a half, I think. Yes. So it's okay. Still in time for that. Welcome stream. Hope we're doing well. Hi, hi. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Just noticed I may have missed a few of your first messages. But we're good. Happy Wednesday. Hi, hi. Trying to adjust camera. There we go. Imagine if I was an actual, like, office setting. That'd be a thing, wouldn't it? Maybe too scary. Maybe too scary. If I was in an office setting. Dressed like this. That'd be funny, though. That'd probably be funny. That'd probably be funny. I take a picture. The hand tracking is having a moment, but there we go. Kind of works, I think. Yes, I am. What do you call a fast zombie? A zoomies? Imagine a zombie. Because he would zoom around. A zombie. That makes sense, yeah. It's a zombie because he zooms. He zooms. That makes sense. That's close enough. A zombie. That's funny enough how you actually say it in, pronounce more specifically. In Portuguese, you say zumbi. Zumbi. Zombie with no teeth. Vegetarian? I don't know. Maybe. And you wouldn't have many choices, that's for sure. Gumby. Yes. All he has is gums. Yep. I could see that. Yep. That makes sense. The Gumby. Because that's all you got. Okay. That's the fair. That's the fair. Hmm? I did it right? Nope. Interesting. The Gumby makes sense. Kinda. I got a free big gulp at the 7-Eleven after work today. Yatta! Hi Osvaldo, welcome to stream. Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. What the hell? That's one hell of a combination. Let me tell you that. That's one hell of a combination. Thank you for the follow, Trema. I can see. Happens. Hey, hi, hi. Welcome. Mm. Sorry about that. I think lack of sleep is still trying to catch up to me, which is nefarious. I'm tired. Gonna munch on burger. Burger. Yes. Fear the burger. You can do it. Yes. Fear the burger. Burger. You're making me tired. Am I? Why? There should be no tiredness. Unless it's me, I am tired, but you know. That's the thing that happens. Uh, to adjust my trackers, I have a tracker on my back that is not letting me, lean back on the chair perfectly fine. That'll do. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Yes, I'm spinning around with my actual chair. Ah, ba ba ba. Imagine. You're officially cute. I don't know if that's how it works. Don't think that's how the force works. Oh, wait. In fact, I am certain that that is not how the force works at all. It's not. Don't think that's how it works. Potentially. Yeah? Uh, boop, 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 boop. Ah, ugh. And for a split second, my eyes phased out of reality. Jesus. Uh, blah. It's an evil thing. Don't have your eyes phasing out of reality. I heard it's not very comfy. Maybe. I heard it's not very comfy. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, wait. Hmm. We'll be well. So I was just checking the light. I'm having a problem. Minor one. I don't know if I can fix it. I'll try next time. I shall try next time. I may need to, very quickly code my own tiny chat checker thing. That makes sense. May have to do that myself. Because you never know when you're gonna need that. There's a few things, because right now I just realized if someone followed me on Cake, for example, I wouldn't have seen anything. I just realized that multi-chat does not do that. Or did it do it, but I turned it off? I don't know that. I don't think so. So maybe it just didn't happen. Possibly. Or should I change it? I'll have to see. Just gotta remember. That's the evil part. Remembering everything. Oh. Hmm? Yep. Oh, I forgot to turn it off, right? Actually, let me try and do something. If I do that. No, will anchor. Yeah, I'm moving it around with my chair. Imagine that. I push it backwards. It should go up. I'm gonna disable it. There we go. Oh! Wait a second. How did that even happen? There we go. I'll fix it. I think. Hmm? Anything? No? Something is off. Anyway, we're good. Hi! I see. Anyway, what I will be doing for now. I'm gonna be ending the stream for now. I actually gotta do something before I forget about it. While in VR, we'll also have battery before the battery runs out. Speaking of that, change that. There you go. Heading to bed. Oh no, way too early for that. Jesus. I'm not going to bed for like another 10 hours or something. Give or take. So no, definitely not heading to bed. Just I got stuff to do. So I got things to do. long before that. But thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all next time. And you'll see me here Saturday to talk about, you know, the Summerfest thing, the Summer Games Fest, whatever the name is, something like that. Because I'm sure things are going to be announced there, so we're going to be talking about it and also play games. Bye. I'll probably go into a rant again. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm probably going to go into a rant again, but it's okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Mwah. Love y'all. Thank you all for being here. Like, bye. Mwah. And now I run to the computer to turn it off because it's over there with the chair in the way. Bye bye. Okay, wait, where's the mouse? Found it. Okay, you're good. Bye bye.